And now with the
It's just the noise.
that's
of the
just the
screen.
noise of the
Yep.
of the program that's running right now.
Refreshing the screen. Like we're used to.
Add
It's
manuscript.
turned up a little bit, that's all. That's why it's so loud.
And David, go ahead and narrate again what's
So
happening.
this is loading the Bach file as the active manuscript, because the music program always converts the active manuscript that is stored in fixed blocks on the tape when you run the music program or the FM shortcut command. And then it writes it to fixed blocks on the other tape. So it does not actually have an index and will overwrite whatever is on the tape on those blocks. If you're not careful, if you put a good tape there.
And this is a great demonstration of linear access devices rather than disk drives. So we have to roll the tape to the right portion.
Definitely has an annoying seek time.
It has to keep going back to the directory to find out where the next bit of it is.
Yeah, it's copying the file from 557 is block is where Bach is stored, and I think 350 is like where the manuscript is, but I will not swear to that.
And
No.
I'm sorry, explain manuscript.
The manuscript, the Lab 6 name for a document is manuscript.
It's basically a text file.
Yes. And the active manuscript is stored on a fixed location on the tape, and that's what you're currently editing. And then you can write that out to a new file when you're done. And after it finishes loading it, it'll then display it on the screen, and you can page up and down,
Right.
and so on, and modify it if you wished.
Quite the seat
Is
time.
this more blocks than the partition? I was just curious. Or maybe it's just
Yes,
because
this is 22 blocks.
uh,
The other one was 12.
Oh my goodness.
So this is, it looks like the biggest one on the tape.
Oh, well,
In
it's
fact,
figures.
although it is a good demonstration that you got the drives working pretty well. It
guess.
seems to be chugging along without obvious
true.
problems.
Yeah, that's true, it is.
I'm not quite sure exactly how many back and forth should require, but
Well, I'm going to guess, what, 22? One
Yeah.
for each block?
I would not be surprised if they're doing a single block at a time.
I had to pick the one that was the longest.
Well, we'll see if this works.
yeah. Someone had to check eventually.
It's getting a good workout anyway.
It's
But
certainly-
yeah, we don't quite understand why, but this tape insists on being on unit 1. We tried to boot it from 0, and when you tried to like do a directory DX, it would go to drive 1 anyway, even though you were booted from 0.
It's almost like the Lab 6 is sort of modified to work in a different.
So yeah, we had two, music and music 0, so it's possible this one intended to be on 1 and the other on 0, but we're not really sure.
I wonder if that's something that they made specifically for that show in 2007. They may have hacked it a little bit to make it work better.
We can ask Bruce or Mary Ellen, who were both there.
Well,
And Maury was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can copy the files onto your demo tape and make you, one tape so you won't have to be swapping tapes.
That's the plan. So you can go directly from Pong to.
But yeah, you'll lose the shortcut, FM whatever commands for now, and have to do the load the binary command instead. At least until we figure out how to put those shortcuts in.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. So it finished. Great. Thank goodness. I wasn't sure.
Okay, now we can do the FM.
The FM converts the manuscript into a format that the program can actually play as music.
So now we're compiling text into,
to a raw, some sort of raw binary format.
and we're writing that on tape 0.
Yeah, that's right. And then when it gets done, I guess it'll play it.
Not
This
quite
is
as
standard.
not quite as convenient as your iPod.
Certainly not.
People had a little more patience back then.
Mhm.
But they also had tough fingers. I found when I was doing some toggling in on those little bat handles, so they get hard on my fingers.
So is this like Brandenburg or something, you think?
I recognize that progression, like
Yeah.
Bach is not innovative. Unique, but not innovative. It's sometimes hard to tell the individual pieces. Almost distinct. It's great.
So we were about 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes into getting the program running, and we're probably going to get about 6 minutes of music after all that preparation.
So Maury said it's basically square waves is what you know.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, it's definitely yeah, it's
Not
not
signed.
It's 100% not signed. Yeah, it sounds like square waves because it sounds very much like your stereotypical like 8-bit video game music, which was
Right.
almost all done on square wave.
Right. Sit chip kind of stuff.
Yeah. And it's funny actually, by coincidence, Wendy Carlos talks about a slightly squared sine to square waveform being ideal for organ, which is
This is interesting in that
what this would have been for
it
both
has
of us.
does it actually have multiple notes playing at a time or not? I can't tell. I think it's just one
It sounds
note.
think it's one note.
But the way Bach works, that's quite effective.
Yeah, I
for
think
that.
it's always
If you
just-
want it to be layered, you can just do this multiple
Yeah.
times and stack them on a recording. Now you get
You're one of those people that were in the
you
audience.
clap before the end of the. You clap after every movement.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine entering the end
What
of
will
this
it
whole
look like?
piece? I can't imagine the time it must have taken him to enter this.
It's a fantastic implementation of the piece. All those ornaments sound great.
He obviously was really into it.
Yeah, whoever's doing this really wanted to make it sound nice.
Well, he wrote the program too. Wow.
I think this might be a medley.
I'm sorry?
I think this might be a medley.
Unable to find a match.
Yeah. It's probably.
But yeah, it appears to be a bunch of them.
This is quite a long piece.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a full like
I don't know whether
partitura
it's
inversion.
different movements or whether these are really.
They're very
collection.
short for them to be individual full movements. So I wonder if it's a medley of some kind, or if it's from some sort of invention or.
I don't believe its results.
There we go. It got me that time too. It really weighed on that. Oh, is this looping? This is the same piece that was playing. Well, it's
Shouldn't be looping.
this is the first bit that it played again, though. It's the same part as the first bit. I wonder if they because it's doing the ding 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 ding
Get a light show synchronized to the music.
I mean, I wonder, has this ever been like recorded and digitized?
Turn the lights off.
Playing these
Turn the
things?
lights off.
There,
That's cool.
Somebody turn the lights back on.
Finally.